I don't care how many people are in here, Drew. I want to continue our conversation. It doesn't matter. Oh, hi, everybody. How you doing? Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. And sorry, I think what I meant to say was yes. Yes! Potentially by the end of the night, yes! The cup is in the building. Oh! The cup is in the building, folks! It is in Edmonton. But unfortunately for the Edmonton Oilers, it is not, because the Oilers have a chance of winning the cup tonight. The Florida Panthers, losers of 8 of their first 9 Stanley Cup Final games, have an opportunity to sweep it tonight. But the Oilers, they're pulling out all the stops. They got Shania Twain. She just said Alberta. And people are going nuts about it because they're like, that's where I am! Ah! What did you say about national treasure Shania Twain? I think the biggest compliment Shania has ever got is Drew doesn't like her. Cassie says, where's the pie, Steve? So game 3, with 500 new members, I promised that I would take a pie to the face on an episode of the Steve Dangle podcast. We are going to do that. Sorry, a TikTok I was watching about Kendrick Lamar just popped up. I didn't mean for that to happen. There's going to be an episode of the podcast where I get pied in the face. It will not be right now. Charlie Break, more like Charlie Step on the Gas. Welcome to SDP VIP. And the great Q person gifted 5 SDPN memberships. We are starting strong. Oh, they're not, like, they're just straight up showing a full Shania Twain song right now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mute that because I can't concentrate. It's not because she's bad, Drew. It's because I like her too much. Here's what we got going on. Tonight is game 4. I'm sure you've heard 500 billion times that no team has come back from down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Final since the 1942 Toronto Maple Leafs. But as Chris Johnston said on the CJ show, perhaps the regular rules do not apply to this Oilers team. They're special. They have special players. And we'll see if they're able to get one, because it starts with 1 tonight. Zachary, SDP VIP, ad free, says, hey, Steve, just wanted to say I love you. Signed, a Habs fan. Je t'aime. And Cassie, let's get the Cassie clan going in the chat, everybody. Cassie, our favorite traveling x-ray technician. Did I get it right? I think I got it right. Gifted 50 SDPN memberships. So why don't I take this opportunity to tell you what that gets you. If you become a member of this YouTube channel, or if you become an SDP VIP on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, you get some special things on this YouTube channel. You get the special emojis. Your name is in green, so I know you're a VIP. But more importantly, what it gets you is an extra episode of the podcast every day of the week. Nope, that's not true. Extra episode of the podcast every week. There it is. So we're doing 3 shows a week right now. If you're a VIP, you get the SDP VIP episode ad-free every week. Sometime in July, we're going to go down to 2 episodes a week because there won't be any games. Things will slow down. We're going to go down to 2 regular Steve Dangle podcasts a week. Guess what? Still going to be a regular SDP VIP. And in August, I'm not sure we're going to be doing shows at all, but guess what? You're still going to have the STP VIP all through the summer. So get into it. You can gift memberships or you can buy one for yourself. Doesn't matter. And if you don't see the option to gift memberships, that's an iPhone issue. You can do it from an Android phone, I believe, or your desktop. I have an iPhone, so I had to do it from a desktop when I wanted to do it. Supercorn, thank you for the streams. Hopefully next year it's the Leafs. Hopefully. Cassie, chieftainess of the Cassie clan, says, who needs puck drop when you can have members? Are we not live? What happened there? Are we live? Chad, are we live? Are we good? Drew? Uh-oh. We're good? Okay, I don't know what happened there. That was odd. DND United, SDP VIP ad free. Let's go. We also offer that. If you want to get every episode of the Steve Dangle podcast ad free, that is available to you. Robert Kerr is an SDP VIP. 2 months of VIP. Cheers from Elias. Or is it Eliage? Drew is typing furiously. He is beating the crap out of his keyboard right now. Are you flustered? Is it the pressure of the cup being in the building? I've been nervous for hours. I get this way sometimes. I know the game is important based on how I feel around 5 o'clock. 3 o'clock, I go, it might be indigestion. By about 5, I'm like, no, I just feel terrible. Justin Fisher, want to play a game? Pick a player from each team. If either score tonight, gift 10 subs for the chat. Happy. He almost got me. He almost got me. You want me to read what he said? Justin likes to get me to say things that I don't want to. So he put, want to play a game? Pick a player from each team. If either score tonight, 10 gift subs for the chat. And then he adds, happy 78th birthday to Donald J. Trump. You're fired. Is it his birthday? I don't know. I don't have it in my calendar. Well, Justin would know. You're right, Drew. You suck. I like start to read it. I'm like, oh, maybe he's got like a grandparent. Or nope. Nope. Oh, my stream died for a sec there. Not the one that we're broadcasting to you, like my feed of the game. That was terrifying. Oh, yours did too, Drew? Oh. Fast CSX. Welcome to SDP VIP and Wes Richard. Richard or Richard? Gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Make sure you thank Wes. Justin, for the record, you're not fired. And also my goal scorers are 2 former Leafs. Carter Verhaeghe and Zach Hyman. Oh, Drew thought I was going to say Rodriguez. Man, we went through his stats on the podcast. I can't believe what a playoff performer he is, like compared to his regular season numbers. Producer Drew saying he wasn't good for the Avalanche last year. How bad was he? Let me see. Yeah, the Avs didn't win the cup last year, so everyone was bad, according to Drew. My bar is decidedly lower. What are you talking about? Okay, he only had 1 goal in 7 games. That's not very good. He had 5 points in 7 games for the Avalanche last year. And with the Pens the year before, he had 5 points in 7 games again. What do you mean on the second line? What do you mean he shouldn't be on the second line? He makes $3 million. But he got 5 points. Not good. Wow. You know what? Drew's team won the Stanley Cup 2 years ago, and mine did it when my dad was 10. So, you know what? Maybe we should be going by Drew's bar. Yeah, Evan Rodriguez, 10 goals, 13 assists for 23 points in 36 career Stanley Cup playoff games. That's not bad, dude. They got the opera singers in the stands. I have the super chat screen covered with Hockey DB, and I missed some things. This is, who is this? Matherman. Are you going to have 4 pods a week during the summer? So I think I have it in front of me. One second. Yeah, something like that. Nope, I'm in the wrong chat. Here we go. Yeah, this is all tentative, subject to change, of course. It looks like the week of July 8th, we'll be doing Monday, Wednesday, and then on Friday, we'll record SDP VIP. So we'll be doing 4 episodes a week, so 3 regular, 1 VIP, up until Friday, July 5th. And then we're going to go down to 2 regular and the VIP after that. And then August. Yeah, we're gonna have a ton of banked content in August. August, we're still, I believe, gonna have 1 VIP episode a week, and we're working on some other banked content as well. Some of it might involve Drew driving his ass out to Ajax, to my house. Dude, was that? Oh, we could have a race in the pool. You will win. I could barely tread water. My Nona couldn't swim at all. We do not come from a family of swimmers. I shouldn't say that. That's not true. My mom was on the swim team. I just suck. I just don't know how to do very many things. Dude Guy 777 gifted 10 SDPN memberships. EV, you had your message deleted. I assume you were a naughty person. Pessonen, Steve, Barkov, Hintz, Aho, Lundell. Can these centers beat Almighty Canada at 4-team faceoff? Hot damn, that's a solid 1 through 4 for Team Finland. Yes, that would be enough. Depends what their other personnel are. Wow. Jim West, do your dingleberries dangle? Can you swing them to and fro? Oh, you'll never be a dangler unless they both hang low. Greetings from the UK. Someone's been enjoying the Euro, I see. Cassie, trivia time, Steve. What's the biggest margin of victory in a Stanley Cup Final game? Who were the teams and what was the score? What year? 10 for each correct. I'm going to say it was the Vegas Golden Knights beating the Florida Panthers 9-3 last year. Margin of 6. Drew says it's got to be wrong. 6 is a lot. Recency bias is crazy. You got some people calling this Florida team the best of the cap era, where 08. Okay. I don't know where I said this Florida Panthers team is better than the 08 Red Wings, the 13 Blackhawks, or the 16 Penguins. Puck is dropped, by the way. Death Eater 91 has $25 on an Oilers win. And John Acosta, will John be getting his Stanley Cup ring tonight? anthem singer for the Florida Panthers. Edmonton with an early chance into the chest of Bobrovsky. Draisaitl taken down after the whistle, already complaining. John Acosta, tonight is the night, but I must admit I feel sick. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Gripper Nation. Just launched his Wagwan Delilah. What's it like in Gripper City? I hate you. And Cassie says, nope. One more try, Steve. Was it Colorado over the Panthers in 95? Nope, 96. Sorry. Goal differential of 7. Face-off in the Panthers zone. I say 7 because 6 was wrong, so. Oilers lines. Janmark, Henrique, Brown is the 4th line. Fogle, McDavid, Hyman. Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, Holloway. McLeod, Ryan, Perry. Total blender. Holloway just did the splits. Forsling up the ice. Oh, Drew thought I spiced up my coffee a little bit with the face I made. No. I had the option to have a beer today, and I badly... Whoa! What a play! Holy smokes! Kachuk out in front to Sam Bennett. Didn't work. Forsling. Oh, rebound in front. Kachuk trips his man. How is that not a call? If the Panthers score here... Oh, the Oilers better clear the zone. That was going to be a huge controversy. Are you joking me right now? Draisaitl taken down by Forsling in the Panthers' end. Yada, yada, yada. I wanted a beer. I didn't have one. Carter Verhaeghe, partial 2-on-1. Tries to get the pass over. Doesn't work, but we're going to get a power play for the Panthers. Delayed penalty. They still have the puck. Montour picked off by McDavid, and the Oilers will head to the penalty kill. And fans not happy about this. Sam Bennett looking hurt on the bench. I must have missed it. Drew said it was dirty. Yeah, Bennett looks hurt. What happened here? The no tripping call was right. Ooh! Is that Darnell Nurse? Yeah, Nurse needs Sam Bennett, and how is that any... They're calling it a major? Oh! And it's under review. Well, I was just about to say, how is that any different from what Fogle did? And Bennett's going down the tunnel. Wow. Nurse didn't even... How is that any different from what Fogle did? I know it's Sam Bennett, but how is that any different? That's horrible. Yeah, no, that's a bad one. This is shades of, Drew, who was it? Steve Bernier, I believe, got 5 in a game and kicked out of the clinching game, Kings Devils in 2012. 2 minutes tripping. That is made up. They made that up. It ain't tripping. You're tripping if you think that's tripping. Cassie says, no, Penn Stars in 1991, 8-0. And SL, I was talking about the general conversation. I never said you said it, Steve. Oh, okay, good. And Tugestive said, it's a good day for a sweep. Panthers to the power play, just 2 minutes. But it's a valuable 2 minutes. They've had the better special teams in this series so far. If the Oilers can change that. Yeah, Drew saying what everyone's thinking. If 2 minutes in the box is from Nurse, who's been awful, is all it takes to take Sam Bennett out of the game, you take that trade every time. Verhaeghe with a shot that's gloved by Stuart Skinner, not Jeff. Now, when Luostarinen took the knee from Fogle, it looked like he was done, like, for the season. And he played later that game. So maybe the same thing will happen to Bennett. I didn't see The hyperextension on the knee, if there was any. With Lusterinen, I assume it was just a Charlie horse. Yep, there's Bennett right back on the bench. Doesn't mean he's going to play. Shifty from the Panthers. Good zone entry. Barkov in the corner. In there with Verhaeghe. Whoa! Throws it to the point. Oh! Kachuk hits the post! Oh! Skinner! With a save on Reinhart! Oh! The Oilers get away with one there. Wow. Under a minute to go in this power play now. Just 3 minutes into this game. Loose in front! Oilers come up with it, and they will get a 2-on-1. Clean. Connor Brown with it. Holds it. Oh, and the Oilers tuck it in. Short-handed. Matthias Janmark. Shorty. Barely over 3 minutes into the first period. And the Oilers strike oil early. And they are up 1-0 on home ice. Finger flicks in the chat from Jesse's Pizza Box and EV. Gripper Nation in the chat from Nathan. Connor Brown forced wide. Drew saying, what is Bobrovsky doing? What is Montour doing? Montour takes out his own goalie. Oh, no! Janmark would have shoveled that wide of the net had it not been knocked in by Sasha Barkov. Wow, wow, wow. Taking that two-way player talk a little too seriously there. Wow. Panthers still with 20 seconds to go on the power play. And there's Bennett out on the ice. Murder on his mind, no doubt. In the chat, Andrew Doucette hoping for a lot of blood in a line brawl. Buddy, I bet it's going to happen. That's Janmark's third of the playoffs. Good job at the blue line. And this is going to be another partial 2-on-1. Foegele is picked off. Panthers counterattack with numbers as the Oilers try to get a change in. Turnover by Tarasenko in the offensive zone. McDavid with it now. Attacking with speed. Picked off. And we're going to get another whistle. Too many men on the Panthers. Wild start to this game. Cassie, Steve should do the American broadcast. At least it would have emotion and not the monotone calls I've heard. The most monotone tones I've heard in my life. So I forget the name of the guy doing it for, I think it's ABC. Supposedly he's sick. I don't know. I'm not going to trash the guy. Just like I haven't heard it, but yeah, a lot of people have been telling me it's bad. Do we think McDavid evens the score in the series, says Allie? I think he's probably going to score in this game. Can't keep him off the score sheet forever. Oilers, speaking of which, moving it around well to start this power play. 10 seconds in. Bouchard. Oh, he's got space. Stenlund falling over. Boosh bomb! Blocked. I think that was Lusterinen. Bouchard again. Over to McDavid. McDavid's been playing in Draisaitl's rockstar spot a little bit on the power play in this series, I've noticed. Draisaitl over to McDavid. Can't handle the pass, a little too quick. Stenlund, good job. Holds them up. 45 seconds gone in this Oilers power play. Imagine they go up 2-0. Imagine Florida ties it up with a shorthanded goal of their own. What a game so far. Barely over 5 minutes into this one. A minute to go on this Edmonton power play. McDavid enters the zone like a hot knife through butter. Bouchard! Blocked. Barkov. Oh, looked for a breakaway there. He didn't get it, and he'll go off for a change. Bouchard advances it to Nuge. Draisaitl. McDavid. Sneaky! Behind the net. Misses. Draisaitl with it. Gets it to Bouchard again. He's been such a factor. Draisaitl on the left side now. Nuge kind of up at the point there with Bouchard. Draisaitl way up high. McDavid down low. Draisaitl goes to the net now. Oh, in the rock star spot! And I think he hit the side of the net there. He's picked off. Shot. Bobrovsky. Rebound. It's behind the net. No, he smothered it. It was his stick that went behind the net. 12 seconds to go in this power play, and we're only 6 minutes into this game. My heart might explode. Holy crap. Oh, I think he hit the post there. Oh, the puck did squirt loose. Yeah, producer Drew with an excellent question. How many more power plays in this game? It's game 4, which I would call middle of the series. I'm going to say one more per team. Broberg, high and wide. Kachuk chasing after it. Can't get to it. Perry with it behind the Panthers net. In front. On. Stopped by Bob. Panthers out of the box. And they get a partial 3-on-2 here. Barkov drives wide on Nurse. Puts it in front. Stopped by Skinner. Can't get the rebound. Fogle. On. From Forsling. Well wide. Fogle with it in his own end. Trying to break out. Whoa! Who was that who laid the big hit on Fogle? Ekblad with it behind his own net. Oh, the coffee's good, folks. Shoo! Forsling dumps it in. And they said he didn't gain center. They'll blow that for icing. 13-11 to go in the first period here. So producer Drew just said the crazy save that I thought Skinner had in the power play was Florida actually hitting the post twice on their power play before the Oilers' shorthanded goal. Wow. Hat-trick Patrick, would an NHL team ever throw a playoff game to win at home? You can't convince me Tampa didn't do that in 2021. No, I'm kidding. Verhaeghe going 1-on-4. It almost works. It does work. Barkov, Reinhart, shot from Montour, deflects off of everything, and it's into the corner. Ekman Larson, he's got a scamper back. He's got support, though. Oh, lead feed. They call that icing. Holloway was there by a fairly significant margin. Hey, let's go, Mike Schmidt. What should we call you? We got the Cassie clan, the Schmidt clique, Schmidt's Creek. Gifted 50 SCPN memberships. Let's go. And Cassie says, you can't take my title. You want a shot at the title? And gifts 10 memberships of her own. Gracias to the both of you. Puck in the neutral zone. Panthers with it. Whoop. Whoop. Send back into the Panthers. And ooh. Awkward bounce. Almost sent Lindell on a breakaway. Panthers tried to attack with speed, but they had an attacker that needed to scamper back. By the way, if someone's gifted you a membership tonight, thank them. Oilers attacking with speed. Connor Brown involved again. And the Oilers score in front for Adam Henrique. Janmark to Henrique. And 12-12 to go in the first period. The Oilers have life and are up 2-0 on home ice. Shania Twain already having her influence on this game, and oh boy, are they challenging this. What was the ref doing there? Let's see the replay here. Janmark. Wow. He just does a really good job fending off Nico Mikkola. Lundell doesn't do nearly a good enough job picking up Henrique. Henrique just goes around him and cleans him out. Chips it up and in. His third of the playoffs. A couple guys with their third of the playoffs. And Chris Johnston pointing out, even though the Oilers lost Game 3, a lot of guys getting their second goal. The Oilers' depth has arrived. The big guys need to perform. Ekman Larson on, stopped by Stuart Skinner. Rodriguez with it, playoff performer. Ekman Larson blocked. Rodriguez, playoff performer, stopped by Stuart Skinner. It's in the corner. Rodriguez, playoff performer, drives the nets, taken down. No call. Nuge out to Draisaitl, who attacks 1-on-2, 1-on-3. He's still in on it. The Panthers are all over the place in a way I haven't really seen in this series. And we'll get a face-off in the Panther zone. Well, that's Oilers' best start since the Western Conference Final. And is this the first commercial break? Oh, my God. We're not even 9 minutes into this game. Holy crap. What a feral, unhinged start to this game. The Edmonton Oilers lead 2-0 here in Game 4. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. We are here on the STPN YouTube channel, and my name is Steve Dangle. Stubbed my taves. This is clever. Hey, Steve, Jonas again. We ADHD'd too hard at the live event and never answered the question, what's your favorite Red Dead Redemption 2 mission? That is right. You were at the live event in Stouffville, and we started to talk about that. I really, really, really like Braithwaite Manor. But is it Braithwaite Manor? You know what I played again the other day? Yesterday? I don't know. I have baby brain. Is when the O'Driscolls attack Shady Belle. I forget the name of it exactly. It's just there's so many targets, and it's the O'Driscolls. I don't even feel bad for shooting them. They're the O'Driscolls. Screw them. Robert Malloy says, go sports. I agree. Raza, Cardiac Cats, let's go Panthers. And Cassie, something you guys can do when the season is over on the pod, if you could change the name and color scheme of every NHL team, what would you change them to? Ooh, I like that. Belgos, funny stat, Penguins never won a cup at home. They have 5 cups. They never won one at home? Are you serious? McKinnon said it's easier to win on the road? Too many distractions at home? Oh, Oilers off the post. Drew, are you trying to tell me McKinnon would buckle in Toronto because of the media? The scary media? Oh, I meant family and tickets. Yeah, no, I know. I'm being a dick. Nurse on, blocked by his own guy. The Oilers are definitely controlling this game so far. Ekblad dumps it in. Jesse's Pizza Box. Will SDPN ever get an NFL-centric show? Watch along NFL games. Just curious. Pretty sure that's called Drew and Stu, at least during the football season. I know you don't watch along, Drew, but you should. It's an idea. Oh, well, yeah, producer Steve. No, I'm more worried about like, can we put Cam on a tape delay? Reinhart out to Kulikov. Joins the attack, goes to the net. In front, rebound. Juicy rebound from Stuart Skinner. Luckily, the Oilers collect it. Not just the Oilers. Connor McDavid. Here he comes. Hands it off into the corner. Rodriguez, whoops-a-days. I don't think he meant to do that. Panthers attacking with numbers. Montour jumping up into the rush. Shot! Stopped by Skinner again. That rebound just lying there. Dude guy. Hey, Steve, I may not be a dad. Icing is the call. But in Cree culture, uncles help their nephews, and I got 3 of them. I'm just realized I've never babysat as an uncle. I'm sure the day will come. Speedy V, there you are. Costco gravy. Out gravies, all other gravy, no doubt. Thank you, Speedy V. And SL, more video game talk. Is there one game you've seen or heard about that you didn't have time to play because of adulting that you wish you could have? I started to watch the show, so I'm going to say Fallout, and I wish I could play Last of Us, but I hate zombies. I hate them. And I know they're not really zombies, but yeah, they are. Cassie said the Utah segment inspired me. What can I say? Andrew Doucette, you can see the Panthers' nerves. It's crazy. I don't think you're wrong. And we got another icing, so I can keep talking. Girthy Bettman, yo, Steve. On season mode in NHL, I ended up trading Draisaitl for Lomberg and the whole Panthers defense core. Oh, like I talked about on the podcast. Oilers got swept in the first round. Panthers went 7 in round 1 and swept the rest for the cup. That's very funny. Stenlund, defensive zone draw. Draisaitl kicked out. McDavid takes his place. Stedlin wins it. Mike Schmidt, real talk. How many Costco hot dogs could you down? I'm thinking at least a half dozen. Draisaitl. Boosh. Oh, blocked. At the point, Draisaitl has to collect it at the logo. He's into his own zone, being attacked, chased by Lundell. Panthers. Oh, here they come. Lundell. Hit. CC. Forsling, rather. Scores! Tarasenko gets a piece of it. And, ooh, the volume decreases in Edmonton to a pin drop, and they still have the lead. But it's cut in half, 2-1. CC to the point. Forsling puts it on, and wow, really good tip from Tarasenko on the flyby there. I'm not even really going to fault Brett Kulak there. Tarasenko just in really good position. And we're not even 12 minutes into this game. It's 2-1 already. Cassie gifting 5 STPN memberships. Thank you. Gracias. Girthy Bettman, free the GOAT, Joey Chestnut. I agree. And Jamie Warbeck, Paul Maurice is Satan in disguise. Go Oilers. If I were an Oilers fan, I would think the same thing. I wouldn't have forgotten about the Jet series. That's Tarasenko's 5th of the playoffs. Oilers trying to respond here. They're in the offensive zone. Brown having a really good game so far in limited time. Nurse puts it on. It ends up, whoa, in the slot. Airmailed by the Panthers, who luckily don't put it over the glass. And this is going to be a partial 2-on-1. Bennett over. Oh, what a stop from Skinner on Verhaeghe. What a stop! Is that the save of the playoffs for the Oilers? Wow! Oh my goodness, nasty pass from Bennett. The sauce over the stick. Verhaeghe gets most of it. It knuckles a bit. And off of the wrist of Stuart Skinner, and it just happens to hit his blocker forearm, and he holds on to it. And we are now at another TV timeout, I believe the second of the game. We have not hit a TV timeout without a goal yet. Producer Drew says this game's done if he allows that goal. He might have saved their season. I mean, you think of the complete adrenaline rush you get from that early lead, and to blow it like before the first period's even over, before it's even 3/4 over. I mean, that's disaster. So it'd be a tie game, but it wouldn't be a tie game. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, that's not fair, Drew. Drew goes, I'm just saying Darnell Nurse was on the ice again. So that'll contribute to the plus minus. Oh, he was on the for the save. Because Cece, it was Cece Kulak for the goal against. Drew, I don't want to pick on the guy for no reason. That is a pretty good is that the best save of Stuart Skinner's career? It's got to be. Like, even if he's made a more aesthetically pleasing save, it wasn't in the Stanley Cup Final. If Verhaeghe gets all of that, I think it goes in. And if I had wheels, I'd be a wagon. Panthers, offensive zone draw. Oilers come up with it. Nope, Barkov steals it. In front! Rebound! It's behind the net now. Oilers, whoa. Barkov again says, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. Oilers finally clear it, but this will go all the way down the ice for icing. 7:25 to go in the first period. Jesse's Pizza Box. Ironic that Drew trolls the Leafs, but cheers for the Leafs of the NFL. Drew, answer. He says, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I hate when people make the Dallas Cowboys are the Leafs of the NFL comparison, because I have watched the Cowboys win a championship in my lifetime. Popularity-wise, and they choke. Fair enough. Skinner with the save. 7:22 to go in the first period. Cassie with 1 SDPN membership. Cassie gifting 1 SDPN membership again. You're just getting cheeky. You're just having fun with it. Oh, wait. That puts you at 62, I think. Unless you did 5 and I missed it, then you're at 67. In which case, curses. A pox on you. Sam Bennett, offensive zone draw. Lost. Broberg to Nurse and airmailed. She did do a 5. A pox on you. In the corner of the Florida end. McLeod being hounded. Broberg earning some money in this series. How was this guy ever scratched? In front! Pass is picked off and sent down the ice. Skinner out of the net to play it as the Panthers get a wholesale change. Crash test fetus. Hello, Steve. Shania or Celine? As a singer, Celine. Which concert would I rather go to? Shania. Drew has been to her concert and they suck. You weren't drunk enough. I'm just going to say that right now. It's fair? Yeah, see, he knows. Sloshed at a Shania show? Come on. Let's read it in front! Covered up by Skinner. 6:41 to go in the first now. Tails says England is the Leafs of international soccer. Drew said no because they make finals. It's close, though. You know what sucks? Is the Leafs are so bad that no comparison actually works. Like the Cubs one, that screwed up a lot. Patrick Batty. This is fist bump. Thank you, Patrick. And Cassie, got to make sure you're paying attention, Steve. Doing the Ryback thing. Offensive zone draw for the Panthers. Lundell can't come up with the draw. Ekholm does a good job there. And the Oilers, wow, right to the counterattack. McDavid gloves it down. No, sorry, that was Fogle. Holy crap, he looked like McDavid there, though. That's the second time this series I've confused the two. Panthers on the counterattack. Tarasenko! Puck taken off him. Ooh! Bouchard with a punch to Lindell, and Lindell sends one back. And it's the Stanley Cup Final, so it's allowed. 6:21 to go in the first period. Shots 12-9 for the Panthers. Score 2-1 for the Oilers. Wow, that was a crazy move by Tarasenko. Cassie, Pirates are the Leafs of the MLB. Yeah, but they got no budget, or at least for a lot of their existence, they haven't had a budget. James David Atkinson, do you think the NHL should make a WC League, I assume World Championship League, make the... Did you mean the conference final? The WC League based instead of conference. Oh, I see. So like, don't separate it by East and West. Like, do like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Like the Capitals get the Blues, and but I mean, yeah, I want that, but like, we all know why they don't do that. The cost of travel, and also like the financial and the human cost of travel is just not worth it. Reinhart drives, shoots, blocked. Oilers send it all the way down the ice, and that'll be icing. 5:48 to go in the first period. Jake, I mean, the Leafs and Pirates could work, but at least Leafs ownership cares about winning. Ooh. Yeah. I was like, damn, that sucks for the Pirates. And producer Drew goes, says who? He was born in it. Molded by it. Lorentz with a winger win on the fourth line for the Panthers. Montour digging in the corner. Connor Brown. Oh! Janmark rocked. Brown in front! Montour picked it off. Lorentz had the chance to get out with speed. He'll have to settle for just getting out, and he might have iced it. He also might have sent himself on a breakaway. Oh, he falls down. Stenlund attacking. Oilers trying to break out again. Draisaitl in alone. Oh! Roll! A goal! Dylan Holloway! I thought Bobrovsky made the save. Nasty goal from Dylan Holloway on the partial break. I need another look at this. This period has everything. Chaos. So it was a dart of a pass up the ice from Kulak. Draisaitl gets behind Ekblad. Holloway drags it behind him, and Bobrovsky almost makes the save, but on the backhand, it just sneaks under the glove and in. That is a beautiful goal by Holloway, his fourth of the playoffs. And again, the Oilers' depth continues to show up offensively. Bennett up the ice. Oilers smothering in the neutral zone. Yeah, that's a great pass from Draisaitl too. You got to bury it. Like, the pass was behind him. I'm not saying it was a bad pass, but what are they chanting? Sergey? I think that save percentage record in the Stanley Cup Final is slowly evaporating. Lindell attacking. Saved by Skinner. You saw my reaction. I thought he saved it. Did I say save all? I thought he saved it. It wasn't until I saw the lights and the fact that Holloway was happy that I was like, oh, maybe he didn't. Lusterinen holds it in. Lindell looking for support. Oh, not a great idea there. Ekman Larson picked off. Oh, that's definitely a penalty. They didn't call it? That's a horrible no call. McDavid was putting a crossback chicken wing. And now they call the offside. Oh, that's a brutal no call. No way. Oh, the Oilers should be on the power play right now, which is crazy because they're up 3-1 here in game 4 with 3:44 to go in the first period. And once again, we go another commercial break with at least one goal. That's crazy. I'm Steve Dangle, SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Cassie just putting a bow on it saying Pirates have money, they just don't care to spend it. Oh, well, that'll do it. Andrew Doucette, will Bennett smash someone's head into the ice? Like almost certainly if this game continues this way. James, so no wild card positions. A wild card. That's what you meant. I was like, what's Western Conference? No, so wild card positions only change in the Blues. Nah, but still the same reason. They hate these long distance travels. So like, you know, yeah, exactly. Like Drew's saying, like, can you imagine LA, like you win the President's Trophy and you draw like Montreal in round 1. So now you got to go, like your reward is you have to go LA to Montreal 4 to 7 times. And like that sucks. They're not going to do it. Jake, Steve, which of these theoretical games would you want? You can only pick one. NHL Hits 2024, Mutant League Hockey 24, or NHL Street? I'm going to go with Hits, although I am very intrigued by Mutant. I'm intrigued by Mutant. 12 creations. If the Panthers are Protoss, who are Terran and Zerg? Ooh. The Oilers are kind of Zerg because they can rush you. Let me think about that. Puck is iced by the Panthers. It'll come back. Pessonen gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Let's go. We're up quite a bit. Drew says, can you explain to the normies what the Protoss and Zerg are? All right, mister, I had girlfriends in high school. All right. StarCraft is a very fun game with 3 different alien races. One is just humans, called the Terrans. The Zerg are like bugs, and the Protoss are a highly advanced technological alien species connected through the Kala. So they share their every thought and emotion. Mikula puts it on, blocked. Skinner flopping around. Yeah, why not shoot it there? Reinhardt can't get it through. And the Oilers counterattack. It's looking totally different in this game. And Connor Brown has been all around it. It's like the Oilers just realized they're in the Stanley Cup Final. Like, this is the team I expected to show up. That should have been too many men on Florida. They don't call it. Under 3 minutes to go now. Oh! Up and over the Oilers' net. Bennett in the corner. Ridden hard by Cece. Tkachuk to the point. Haven't said Tkachuk's name nearly enough in this game. Oh! Oilers almost with a breakaway. Draisaitl does not get it, and fans might riot that there's no penalty there. There's got to be a ref you suck chant coming. Oh! Holloway rocked by Ekman Larson. 2:20 to go in the first period. Tarasenko being chased by Nugent Hopkins. Tarasenko double teamed. There it is. Ref, you suck. If I was an Oilers fan, I'd be saying the same thing. Crash test fetus. Predators are walling Terrans. Or the Islanders. Not so much anymore. Like those dude who put supply depots in front of bunkers. Huge hit in the corner. Forsling. Can't get that through. Nurse. Can't get it out of the zone. 4 Panthers converge on the corner. Okposo and Nurse going at it. Okposo rings it around, and Forsling is going to get this with some time. Space. One-timer, fanned on and wide. Oilers. Oh, picked off there in the neutral zone. Man, I can't remember the last time I watched the Panthers play 2 goals down. Rodriguez in front! Barkov stopped by Skinner. Panthers can't hold the line. Montour dumps it. Tim Robichaud, did Drew bet money on a Florida sweep? And if so, is he retiring with his winnings? Drew wanted to cash out, and I said, don't do it, you coward. And he listened, and I think he's grumpy right now. Sam Reinhart, though, making his heart sing, attacking Ekholm. Rodriguez, the former Avalanche, who Drew loves. Bouchard takes it off of Reinhart, and here comes the counterattack with speed. Hyman. Him and Kachuk. I haven't said either of their names enough. Not just in this game, but in the series. Reinhart, bit late in the shift, dumps it. Into Skinner, though. Makes Skinner play it. Good play to Bouchard, though. Big hit in the corner to end the first period. The Oilers do what seemed impossible and put 3 behind Sergei Bobrovsky in 1 period, and they take a 3-1 lead into first intermission. Wow. Oilers looking to stay alive. Tails says most underrated SNES game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time. I really liked Tecmo World Wrestling and Captain Skyhawk. Best soundtrack in the history of video games, or at least video games made in the 80s. Just open up another tab and look it up. Oh, so Drew, okay, how much did you put? How much did you put on the sweep? $25. And it will win you what if there's a sweep? $260. You were offered a what cash out? $120. And what is it right now? $6. No. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, bud. That sucks. Luke Mallet. A thought I had during the Boston Pizza live stream. LaFleur versus Matthews, era corrected. Or era adjusted. Oh boy, I'd have to look that up. Matthews probably still beats him. Like era adjusted numbers. He probably still beats him because LaFleur played a lot in the 80s too. People forget. It's a good question. The 70s weren't low scoring enough, whereas Matthews has done most of his scoring in an extremely down scoring era. It's only recent years that it's picked back up. SL said the Zerg would be a team that gets out to a big early lead, then steadily gets worse and worse as the game goes on. They don't have the greatest defense, but they regenerate, though. I mean, McDavid, the way he healed up his knee by himself, very Zerg-like. Cassie, gotta go, Steve. Good night, everybody. Everyone say good night, Cassie. Good night. Let me do one more super chat, and then we'll do a break. James David Atkinson, we need the 6 best in each conference with the PWHL. Select who want the rules, or who you want rules among the other NHL teams, and then wild card can be. Yeah, like, listen, you're coming up with really cool playoff formats, and they're great in video games because in video games, no one has to travel or take the plane or nothing. All we've heard with this series is people complaining about how long the plane ride is from Edmonton to Florida and back. That's why they don't do it. And Evie says, I've got a fever and the only prescription is more cowbell. Drew, what's our clip? Where is Line A going? Is this SDP or the CJ show? SDP. We're talking about where Patrick Line A is going to end up. A big chip this year's transaction season with the draft about 2 weeks away.
Patrick Line and the Columbus Blue Jackets are going to work out a trade. He's asked for a fresh start. Where do you think he'd fit best, guys?
I didn't see anyone suggest this yesterday, and I'm glad I saved it for the show. I want Patrick Line and the Carolina Hurricanes to shut up and kiss. It does
make a lot of sense, doesn't it?
It's been hinted at for years. You would essentially be reuniting that Team Finland team from 2016 World Juniors or something, with the exception of Mikko Rantanen. Go ahead and go ask the Blues if they want to give up Kasperi Kapanen too. Screw it, why not? Just get the whole band back together. And as long as we're talking about reuniting him with the biggest Finnish contingent in the league, Dallas also.
I thought Boston
for Patrick Line,
because they have a really structured system and they probably could use a little bit more goal scoring. And this guy's, you forget, Patrick Liney's 26.
He's young.
And he's making 8.7. I think Columbus fans are not going to like this, but I'm not sure that you can get away with this trade without retaining. You're going to have to retain on this.
That's a tough trade to navigate. I think he needs to go to a team that can support him. He was in too big of a role in Columbus. Mm-hmm. You got to be in a team that can shelter him a little bit, and then he graduates into a bigger role. And the teams who can do that are the teams who are already good, and the teams who are already good usually don't have cap space. So once again, that points to retaining. There's probably going to be a gap on the Hurricanes roster once they get rid of Natchez,
who we're getting to, guys.
Naked?
Yeah.
Martin Naked.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, I'm sure.
Yep, absolutely. That's most of what hockey players do. Get dressed and undressed. It's what they spend half their life doing. Carolina.
Interesting, because and Jesse, what do you think, by the way, on fit for Patrick Line?
You always wonder what you're paying for, when you're trading for a player who's unhappy and hasn't performed well, but it was on a bad team. And you look at how much of a mess Columbus has been the last few years. And
he might score 8. He might score 45.
Right. And the 45 goal Patrick Line was only seen in his first 3 seasons with Winnipeg, and that Columbus gets him and you're like, oh, he could be that guy. And then he was never that guy. So the next team he goes to, you wonder what you're getting with Patrick Line and what the price is going to be to pay for. What are you paying for? Are you paying for the prospect that he could be the guy he was in Winnipeg in his early years? Or are you paying for a downed asset that hasn't played well on a bad team?
Let me offer a trade. Let me offer pieces to build a trade around. Underperforming Finn on a big money contract. Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Could he start his career anew in Columbus?
Oh, I wouldn't want.
You get the younger player. Well, no, you're not rebuilding around him. He's the younger player. He fits Columbus's window a little better. Mm-hmm. It takes care of a problem for Carolina. And maybe if you're Columbus, you don't have to retain if that's what the trade is. It might be better to get him. Mm-hmm. How much time is left on Liney's deal?
2 years, $8.7 million.
And you're retaining, and Columbus isn't in the habit of paying guys to not play or coach for them, or at least they don't like it.
I don't want Kotkaniemi if I'm Columbus.
Yeah, why would you want him? Just so you can be more mid?
Kotkaniemi was bad these playoffs.
Yeah, but it's not
dude had 1 point.
You're not getting a player with a crazy recent track record in Patrick Line either.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
So that's why I think it's a framework.
The great thing for Columbus is that they don't have to worry about the playoffs. If you're what are you worried about?
Yeah,
get there.
Kotkaniemi has no track record.
Yeah.
He's never really had like a.
Hey, he iced the Leafs in Game 6. How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He scored 1 goal against the Leafs.
I really do.
I don't think that's a track record.
I hate that damn team.
He's never really had like a really standout regular season. It's an interesting proposal, like young talent for younger talent.
I think, like, I'm just looking at Line 8. Like, playing lots of games has been a struggle.
He played, 18 games this year?
18. He had 6 goals and 9 points, half a point a game. But the 2 years prior on the Blue Jackets, he had 22 goals and 52 points in 55 games, and then 26 goals and 56 points in 56 games. You're getting roughly a point a game player there. Like recently, like there's reason to believe he can still be that. That's a pretty good player.
Yep.
That's a pretty good player. I think there's a framework there.
How does the player assistance program section that Patrick Laine is in, how does that work? Is he just coming out of it this summer and then he's just going to be
That's correct.
Play next year?
I
don't know.
He also had a minor shoulder cleanup surgery, apparently. Expectation is he'll be ready to go for next season. That's what the Athletic article says.
Okay.
So
by that'll all be cleared by the time next season fires up. Okay.
Yeah. And I think, Columbus is where good talent goes to die right now. And I know Blue Jackets fans don't like me saying that, but show me I'm wrong. And I think
they know
they need to look at
a lot of pushback.
They need to Don Waddell. By the way, Don Waddell going there and then trading with Carolina as his first trading partner be interesting.
Well, I mean, he moved heaven and earth to get Kotkaniemi, so he obviously likes the player.
Well, maybe not now.
Someone in the organization did.
Somebody did. I don't know. Never got that deal. Never understood that. But I look at this and I think, okay, what does Columbus want to be? Do you want to try to be good this year, or do you want to try to be good in a couple years? You're already bad, but at least if you start to look at moving guys like Laine and maybe a Johnny Gaudreau, you at least can sell some hope with some young players.
You're just bailing.
Oh, you bail. You bail on this team.
Wow.
Nah, you need some.
You have some. You got a high draft pick. You've got Johnson. You got Juracek. You've got a whole bunch of other guys coming up.
You need some experience.
Oh, you've got Boone Jenner, all-star Boone Jenner.
Stop. No.
Okay, fine. Get Kotkaniemi.
I need some external experience.
Let Johnny Gaudreau go. If you love him, let him go. Free him from this cage.
I need some good NHL veterans who have an experience outside of this dungeon. As a 36-year-old who was raised by like the early internet, it takes a lot to shock me. It takes a lot to make me react out loud. Unless it's hockey, then it takes very little, as you've seen. During that break, I saw a video of Gordon Ramsay. And you can start laughing because, it's Gordon Ramsay. I wonder what the video was. He was talking about a bike accident he was in this week. And he's telling everyone, hey, I want you to have a happy Father's Day. But more importantly, if you're going to ride a bike, scooter or whatever, wear a helmet. He lifts up his shirt. This man is purple. Like he's violet. And like he's got a purple mark. No, his whole side is purple. Like waistband cut off, purple, going up. He didn't lift high enough like that. I don't know if it went up to his chest. So he's put that message out there. I will reiterate it. Wear a damn helmet. Oh my God. Hi, Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. The Oilers, who are all wearing helmets, are up 3-1 over the Florida Panthers. And ironically, if the Oilers win tonight, that will be the score of the series. Now, it is extraordinarily rare to have a sweep in the Stanley Cup Final. It's funny. Everyone's mentioning that the last time there was a sweep in the Stanley Cup Final was 1998. I haven't seen nearly as many people mention that was actually In 1998, that was the 4th year in a row that there was a sweep in the Cup final, I think. 95, the Avalanche swept the Panthers. Nope. I keep screwing that up. 95, the Devils swept the Red Wings. 96, the Avalanche swept the Panthers. 97, Detroit swept the Flyers. And 98, Detroit swept the Capitals. I think I did it. Tampa, I believe, came very close to doing it against Montreal. They were up 3-0. Tampa lost game 4 so that they could win at home in game 5. Whether the Oilers win this one or not, they're putting up one hell of a fight. And even if they wake up tomorrow down 3-1, you still have a chance at the Stanley Cup. They're down 3-0 right now. They still have a chance at the Stanley Cup. Unless you cheer for the Florida Panthers, the Oilers have a better chance to win the Stanley Cup than your team. Your team's gone. Your team's out. They don't have a shot anymore. They'll have to wait for next year. They're still in it. Dave Glatz, Laine to Chicago for a 3rd and 4th round pick. Who says no? Columbus. People are hating on Laine way too much. I'll get back to that in a sec. Wazoo says incoming reverse sweeps in both the NHL and NBA. So what's crazy about that is the Mavericks down 3-0 to the Celtics. Didn't they win by like 40 points? 4th highest margin ever, says Drew. Yeah, that's nuts. What was I about to look at? Oh, yeah, Laine. We're talking about Laine like he's washed, and we should stop it. So this past year, I mean, he only got into 18 games. That's obviously bad. He scored 6 goals in 18 games. That's a goal every 3 games. Is it the standard that you want from Laine? No. But he hasn't scored his career high is 44, and he did that in 17-18. So adjust your expectations for Patrick Laine. That's not who he is. But he had 6 goals in 18 games. That's a goal every 3 games, 9 points in 18 games. That's half a point a game. But the 2 seasons prior to that, he had 52 points in 55 games, nearly a point a game, and 56 points in 56 games, exactly a point a game. Now, he has his warts. He is not a good defensive player. He's not. He's a far better playmaker than he gets credit for. But what dollar amount does he make? Let's see. Oh my God! When did he start making that? Oh my God! Sorry, I thought Laine made like $6 million. Oh my good Lord! Never mind. Columbus says yes to that. He has a modified no trade clause this season and next. His cap hit is $8.7 million. Man, players really disappear when they go to Columbus, eh? I did not know that's one of the highest cap hits in the league. That's crazy. Oh my God. And Cap Friendly, which is still up, by the way, lists him as a center/wing. No, he's not. I know he's played center. No, he's not. And making it even worse, signing bonus of $2 million this year and next. The actual money owed this year and next is $9.1 million. Ooh. 45th highest cap hit? Really? I thought he would have been top 20. Dudes are getting paid. Dave Glatz, sorry, I meant to say no salary retained. Yeah, no, Columbus takes that deal. Sorry. Second period about to begin. Tyler Gray, who do you think Kraken would benefit A damned goalie. SL, Natchez and Ehlers to Chicago. I also think Columbus would trade Laine for picks, but I doubt Chicago wants Captain Fortnite setting an example for Bedard. How dare you? And the last one, because the second period is underway, Michael Borland. Wouldn't Utah be a good landing spot for Laine? Utah has loads of picks and cap space. You know what? I agree with that, actually. It's like $44 million in cap space. It's absurd. 30 seconds gone here in this second period. Ekholm to center ice. Dumps it in at the blue line. Reinhart collects it easy. There's Rodriguez. Oilers get them to turn it over, though. I think it hit an Oiler on the bench, so we get a whistle there. By the way, nearly 2,300 of you in the chat. We're hanging around just under 600 likes, which is okay. It's okay. Could be better. Could be better. Be nice if it was 1,000. Just over 45 seconds into the second period, face-off at center ice. Verhaeghe comes up with it. Pinched off well by the Oilers. Ekman Larsson, that's going to be a hand pass and a whistle. 3 goals on 10 shots for the Oilers on Sergei Bobrovsky. Unbelievable. I'm retweeting SDPN because they put out a video saying, "What a period," and it's just me freaking out a bunch of times. One minute into the second period. Skinner out of his net to play it. Almost gives it away. Whoa! Hit from behind there. Oilers. McDavid in alone scores! Connor McDavid in the Stanley Cup Final. And the Edmonton Oilers own Game 4 by a score of 4-1, not even 90 seconds in to the second period. Fogle drilled in the numbers by Ekblad. Not enough support. McDavid just snipes it past Sergei Bobrovsky. And I can't believe I'm about to ask this. Do you pull Sergei Bobrovsky? That's 4 goals against on 11 shots. If they go up 5-1, I think you pull him. Wow. That Stanley Cup Final save percentage record is dying a painful death. That's McDavid's 6th goal of the playoffs, and the Panthers ice the puck. You expect McDavid to have a lot more than 6 goals, but he's gone banana sandwich with the assists. Hyman arriving as well, setting up McDavid there. Shout out Angela Bug, gifting 10 SDPN memberships, you beauty. They're going, Sergey. You know, it's crazy that the Oilers are doing so well here. Their fans seem to be propping them up. It's just wild because I thought having a loud, passionate fan base was bad. Isn't it bad? I thought it was bad, and it's the reason teams can't win. And not that they just choke consistently every year in all situations, especially the more difficult the situation gets. I know it's not about the Leafs, but I'm making it about them, damn it. Okposo. Lawrence behind the Oilers net. Okposo in front for Lawrence. Stop. Now here come the Oilers on the counterattack. Their counter has been incredible tonight. Fogle with speed. Fans on it. Okposo picked off there by Ekholm. Oilers keep it alive in the offensive zone. Ekholm puts it on. Bobrovsky covers it. 17:37 to go in the second period. Tails says, since a game is 3 periods, is a game an ellipses? I'm mad about how clever that is. Rennettman, McDavid went sort of high. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sort of high is mid. Oh! Ricocheted in front. Connor Brown. Oh, has the puck stolen off him. Oilers at the point. Over the net. Bobrovsky knocked down. Or fell down. And the fans are letting him know about it. Kyle Rector, SDP VIP, ad free. Let's friggin' go, buddy. Huge let's go Oilers chant. Reinhart finds Montour. Dumps it. Panthers take it in front. Rodriguez almost had it there. Panthers hold the line. Mikkola. Behind the net for Rodriguez. Rodriguez sandwiched. Brown looking excellent in this game. Nurse leading the attack. Fires it on Bobrovsky. Angela Bugg celebrating a McDavid goal by supporting a Toronto podcast. In my head, it made sense. You know what? It did in mine, too. Derek Ryan attacking Ekman Larson. Bennett in their corner. Perry. Stapled by Ekblad. Comes up with it, though. Wins the battle. Keeps it alive for the Oilers, but they lose the zone. Passed it too hard. Cece's got to go back for it. I think we continue the streak of, Kulikov with a hit on Cece. I think there's been a goal every segment of this game. Like, there hasn't been a chunk of the game preceding a TV timeout that hasn't had at least one goal. This is a partial 2-on-1 for the Oilers. Draisaitl! Stopped by Bobrovsky. And that's a huge one. Draisaitl scores that, it's over. Like, just pack it up and wait for game 5. Lundell on. Where'd that go? Behind the net. Forsling deep in the Oilers zone. Cycles it for Tarasenko. Ekholm. Man, the Oilers are doing an incredible job of stretching out the ice in this game. Mikkola battling with Holloway. Panthers flub a pass. No icing, though. Skinner out of his net to play it. Oh! Panthers narrowly avoid too many men there. Oilers 3-on-2. 4-on-2. And sniped by Darnell Nurse! Bang! Sarah Nurse! Front row seats! And less than 5 minutes into the second, the Edmonton Oilers have 5 goals on the Florida Panthers. 5-1 lead. Do you pull Bob? Terrible change by the Panthers. Nurse rips the thing. McDavid drops it for him. And that's a great shot. Great shot from Nurse. And yep, they pull him. Anthony Stolarz in his first career playoff game. And he could potentially clinch the Stanley Cup. Potentially. But the Panthers are currently down by 4 goals, so not looking great. Sorry, I had to text a very disappointed woman upstairs. The first of the playoffs for Darnell Nurse. My wife very openly, not secretly, openly wants the playoffs to be over, so that her husband works a little bit less. We got at least one more game. Unless the Panthers have something really special up their sleeve in the back half of this game. Drew's dealing with something very similar at home. Yeah, I think a lot of people working in sports are going through it. Basketball, too. Rennet Mon gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Let's go. Natalie Drake just killed a Panther in Red Dead Redemption 2. Coincidence? No. I think that's an apples to apples thing. Oilers top line attacking. Fogle. I wonder if these lines stay together in Game 5. McDavid! Stopped by Stolers, and we get a defensive zone draw for the Panthers. That means offensive zone for the Oilers. Wow. Bobrovsky was in the conversation to have the greatest save percentage in the history of the Stanley Cup Final. And now, even if they win the thing, that's probably dead. That's probably dead. Brett Lawrence. So Big Dog. Thank you. So Big Dog. Does this mean if the Oils win, we are in for the feeding with grippers? Come on, dog. We want it. No, I'm not letting Adam feed me with his feet. Stop it. Rennet Mon said gift subs for the Bobrovsky pull. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say who. But someone who works in hockey just texted me that this series is going 7. And they said save the receipts. When would Game 7 be? Oh, it's the 24th. And the 21st. So now I'm starting to think of these things. Believe me, none of these things were in my mind. So let's say that happens. Here's how it goes. Game 7, nothing on the 25th, nothing on the 26th, nothing on the 27th. Draft 28th, draft 29th, nothing on the 30th. Free agency opens. Whoa. Natalie Drake gifted 1 SDPN membership. Let's go. Whoever got it, thank her. Bill Zito. Looking Bill Cheese Dough. Drew goes, does Edmonton fly Shania Twain to Florida? Yes. Man, the Oilers are absolutely all over these guys. I mean, if you're the Panthers, you should play the rest of the game like there's no puck. Just hammer these guys. Hammer them. Perry and Stenlund going at it. EV says got to lose in 3 to win in 7. Patrick saying, hey, you. Hey, you, Patrick. And Pessinen gifted an SDPN membership. Love you, buddy. Brett Lawrence said, big dog. We both know I'm not stopping. I'm a man of the people, you could say. I get it. And Andrew Doucette, Bob looks like he's going to cry. This is very leafy. That's just his face. I think if the Panthers were up 8-1, he would still look like that. $13:08 to go in the second. Draisaitl versus Stenlund in the faceoff circle in the Panthers zone. Ekholm. Whoa! One-timer not pulled off cleanly by Draisaitl. And the Panthers Fourth line looks to break it out. Lawrence gains center. It's a John Day, says McDavid to Bob. That don't impress me much. That's a good line. Verhaeghe to Kachuk. Deep in the Oilers zone. Still a pretty crazy pace to this game, considering it is way out of hand. Offside there from the Oilers. They're doing a crazy job stretching out the ice. And they'll blow this dead. Hand pass? On who? It's going to come back into the which zone? That's odd. Alan Fraze, what would the narrative be if the Oilers pulled off the reverse sweep? Yeah, producer Drew. You talk about McDavid. You talk about, honestly, and a lot of people are not going to like this, the narrative changes to how good of a job Oilers management did with their depth. Look at who scored at the end of Game 3 and here in Game 4. Now here's McDavid going to work. Bang at the point! Stopped by Stolers. 11:59 to go in the second period. Rennetmon, Florida letting Edmonton do in Edmonton. This is going to get ugly. Like, the Panthers are very tough. They're a very tough team. The Oilers are not a team you can bully. Producer Drew says, would you be worried if this was the Leafs up 5-1? Yeah. I don't enjoy Leaf leads. Like, I live in concern. Barkov. Panthers breaking it out. Reinhart picked off way too easily there by Kulak. Whoa! There's a trip right there at center ice. Ekman Larson going off. Connor Brown draws one. Man, I keep gushing about the guy. Every shift he's doing something. He's been incredible. Ekman Larson, by the way, has not been great. He's starting to look a little out of his depth. Oh, it was a slash. Oh, at the ankle from Ekman Larson. And why is Brown bleeding? Where'd the blood come from? Oh, his finger. His glove came off when he fell. Yeah, then what, he cut it on? The ice? Hot damn. Panthers win the face-off. Bouchard collects it. Yeah, the Panthers rather are going to be doing a lot more of that. They're down 4 goals. They're going to try to soften the Oilers up. You watch. 800 likes. Let's go. It's not 1,000, but let's go. McDavid gains the zone. Bouchard at the point. McDavid! Ew! Oh, that hit the post? The smoke! The goal smoke went off, but the play continues. Bouchard loses it in his feet, and he's got to collect it in the neutral zone. I think he hit the post. That's crazy. Here's Nuge. Shot! Stopped by Stolers. 1:06 to go in this Oilers power play. 10:26 to go in the second period. Here, that's such a nasty move that he pulled on Dmitry Kulikov, and bing! Almost hit Hyman. Wow. Shots 20-14 for the Oilers. They're just running away with this in basically every way, shape, and form. Bouchard. McDavid over. Bouchard blocked. Barkov with the block. McDavid. Shot. Oh, Oilers, like, they're executing too. Everything that hasn't been there for them is there tonight. Oh, do not let these guys get hot, or this might go 7. Listen, if you're watching tonight, yeah, you're watching because the team might win the cup. But you got to know this thing might go 7. Draisaitl. Shot. Glove by Stolarz, and we get a whistle. 9:31 to go in the second. 11 seconds to go in this power play. I get the emails, like the press release emails from the NHL. All season long, they have been hammering how even the league is and how many comebacks there are. Now, the way they frame it in their emails, it would be applying to this game as, oh, hey, don't turn the channel because the Panthers might tie this game. And they might. But for me, it works for series as well. Oilers might win this thing. They got a long road to climb. Great save from Stolarz. Nurse holds the line. Fires it. It goes into the corner, and the Panthers counterattack now that the power play's done. There's Matthew Tkachuk. Surprised he hasn't been a little more active. Bennett. Montour. I assume everyone has green light. Stopped by Skinner, and we get a face-off. Nurse with Tkachuk in a headlock, and there we go. There we go. There it is. There's going to be a lot of this for the rest of the game. We get a TV timeout. 2,600 of you in the chat. Hello. Welcome to the SDPN YouTube channel. I'm Steve Dangle. Click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. We will have a brand new Steve Dangle podcast on Monday. I almost said tomorrow. No, not true. Monday. And then game 5 is Tuesday, assuming we don't see one of the most incredible comebacks in the history of the Stanley Cup Final. Hambone said, did Bob just lose his Conn Smythe? Can you get pulled in the finals and still win it? Why do I think Tim Thomas got pulled in 2011? So it's funny. I thank you for reminding me. I was going to ask that question earlier. I obviously forgot. I don't think it's Bob can't win because of this game. I just think, like, Adam and Jesse both gave it to Bobrovsky. Jesse thought it was tight. Adam thought it was Bobrovsky by a wide margin. I had Barkov, but I think it's tight between him and Bob. For me, right now, assuming the Panthers win game 5, it's clearly Barkov. Clearly Barkov after this game. That doesn't mean Bob's bad. Like, he's clearly good. Sarah Nurse getting interviewed on the broadcast right now by Kyle Bukauskas. 23 points in 24 games with PWHL Toronto this season. Talented family, man. Talented family. I have a cousin who dances, like, does musicals, like she's on Broadway or has done Broadway. And people are like, sorry, you two are related? How? How do you share even sort of the same genetics? And the answer is, I don't know. Icing against the Panthers. 8:41 to go in the second period. Drew saying STP acapella group. It's a good idea. You know what's funny? Is she's actually in a commercial right now that's all over my Instagram. Like I cannot scroll my Instagram stories without seeing my cousin. If you've ever seen the green scrubbing bubbles ad, I think it's called. It's like a cleaning brand. That's my cousin. And every time I see her, I'm like, "Oh, hey Steph, what's up?" Oh, break stopped by Stolers. Play's not dead though. Oilers poke at it, and this is going to cause a scene. This is going to cause a scene. Hyman. Oh, is he hurt? Bennett's going to the box here. Yeah, Bennett, I think, just fell on top of Hyman on purpose again. Montour going at it with Ekholm. Everyone's grabbing a partner. Yeah, they're going to be doing this all game until someone gets kicked out. Bennett is getting his pound of flesh. The Panthers don't just beat the crap out of you. They choke you, dude. Bennett, he's just punching McDavid in the face because why not? It's the NHL. Like what's going to happen? He's going to get a fine? Pfft, punch him. Oh, Ekman Larson and Fogle might be going at it. Ekholm just kicked someone's helmet. If this was the third period, you kick Bennett out of the game, like as a game management thing. I don't think it's going to happen. Kachuk is already in the box. Dude, didn't I call this? I called this as soon as it was 5-1. I'm like, oh, okay, the Panthers aren't going to play with a puck anymore. If you think you're going to lose this game, beat the crap out of your opponent. Oh, that Bennett hit on the back of Hyman's head was really hard. That was harder than I thought, and it's going to be a 2-minute 5-on-3 for the Oilers, and it should be. I don't know how much it matters. Like, if anything, if the Oilers score, it's just going to give the Panthers more incentive to beat the crap out of them. Bennett and McDavid have been playing against and with each other since they were like 7 years old. Two-man advantage for the Oilers. 8:25 to go in the second period. They are up 5-1. Is there any chance they killed it? No. Oilers are scoring here. Oilers are 0 for 2 tonight. I believe they don't have a power play goal in this series. They're going to score. Stenlund, Ekblad, Forsling have to shut down Draisaitl, Hyman, McDavid, Nugent, Hopkins, and Bouchard. Good luck. Bouchard with it in his own zone. Oh, and I think they iced it. No, they didn't. Stolar's out of the net to play it. Forsling airmails it. Skinner has it. Natalie Drake asked, first PWHL jersey, should I get Spooner or Nurse? Tough answer. McDavid, wide of the net. McDavid, over to Dry. He misses wide. Flip a coin. Bouchard with the Bouch bomb goes wide. I'll say Spooner. Because I have met her more times. Have I met Sarah Nurse? I'm not sure. McDavid. Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard. Oilers. Side of the net. If you're the Oilers, take as many slap shots as possible. Hurt these guys. Screw them. By the way, I'm well aware that I sound like a psychopath when I say these things, but this is how the NHL works. Draisaitl scores. I think it went off of Stolarz and barely into the net. And the Oilers, I believe, will continue on their power play. They're up 6-1 with 5:57 to go in the second period. Did Hyman stuff it in on the rebound? Hyman just goes, he didn't know. He didn't know. Yeah, that's interesting. It hits. No, that didn't go in. Yeah, Draisaitl, it hits Stollers in the bum. And then it's either Hyman. Whose stick gets here first? Hyman or Nuge? That's, I think, going to go to Nuge. I think that's Nugent Hopkins' goal. 32 seconds to go in this Oilers power play as they're up 5 goals now. Pessinen, we need to remember that J.S. Jaguar won the Conn Smythe in 2003 while playing on a losing team. Don't count Bob out just yet. I like the optimism. McLeod, digging in deep. This game is going to get violent, folks. Ekholm, there's another slap shot. If you're the Oilers, you just take nothing but slap shots. Why not? Lindell off the boards, down the ice. The rest of the penalty killed, but the Oilers now have a chokehold on this game. That's barely over halfway done, by the way. Bennett puts it up and out. There's 6:10 to go in the second period. There's 26 minutes and 10 seconds to go in regulation here. That's either Hyman's or Nugent Hopkins. They're showing the replay again. You know what? Yeah, that's a good point, Drew. Cassie asked the goal differential question, and it might have cursed the game. 2 away from the record for margin of victory in the Stanley Cup Final. That's crazy. Good point, Drew. They're singing Bon Jovi in Edmonton. Rodriguez, where's that? Rebound in front. Connor Brown looked for Henrique, didn't get him. In arena, they're giving the goal to Zach Hyman. I think that's wrong, but doesn't really matter. Janmark almost scores on Stollers. Drop pass for the Panthers. Like, nothing is working. Everything came so easy to them. Producer Drew pointing out that Hyman, with his 15th of the playoffs, that would tie most goals in the playoffs of the Cap era with Crosby and Ovechkin. I don't think it's his goal. I feel like they obviously review all these things, but it's really important to get this one right because it's historically relevant. With that goal, Connor McDavid ties Wayne Gretzky for most assists in a postseason ever. So wait, though. Will he still have an assist? Probably. Justin Fisher gifting 10 SDPN memberships. So hopefully they don't take away Hyman's goal because I called him scoring at the beginning. Thank you, Justin. The physicist, how violent do you think the third period is going to be? Who's getting suspended? Who's getting suspended? Nobody. And the answer to how violent is going to be, extraordinarily violent. Dave Glatz, if you're Florida, beat the brakes off every Oiler you get your hands on for the rest of the game. Shots this period are 15-2 for the Oilers. So here's the thing about trying to beat up the Oilers. They can also beat you up. Perry's in the lineup. I don't think Kane's in the lineup. No, he's not. Nurse. They have guys who can beat you up. Panthers put it on, rebound in front. Oilers clear it. You can basically do whatever you want to McDavid. Andrew said, why aren't the Panthers headhunting soft plays? So here's what's weird about that. When the Panthers when Sam Bennett specifically has killed guys in the playoffs in recent memory, it's generally been in tight games. Panthers are down 5 goals. If something happens in this game, the score will play into how the league views it. Is that stupid? A bit. But if you lay a borderline hit, whoa! Okposo runs over Draisaitl. If you have a borderline hit, the intent seems pretty obvious. You're down 5 goals, and you're trying to get your pound of flesh. Almost at 1,000 likes, by the way. Rodriguez can't get it to Barkov. Here come the Oilers. Draisaitl back up off the ice after that hit. Holloway. Draisaitl gets it back. Pass to the point. Nurse. Stopped by Stallers and a whistle. Kulikov and Holloway going at it a little after the whistle. And we get a commercial break. Goofy Goober said, Steve, if the Oilers do the impossible and come back from 3-0 down in the series to win the cup, will you show your grippers? No, still no. So, I don't want there to be a scenario where that happens. Just no. Also, I'll just say it. Very creepy, lonely people online have asked for pictures of my feet. You're on the internet with a big enough YouTube channel for a long enough time. And people ask you for weird stuff. Weird stuff happens. There's a reason I don't really use Snapchat. I drew the line at 2, 3 penises. Yeah, couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't do it anymore. One time I responded. This dude just showed off the shaft, and I was like, coward. But yeah, that's why I'm not in Snapchat anymore. Echoes of Marino. This happened game 4 versus Tampa as well, and they won in 5. Yep. Said that earlier because I'm great at this. Sire Carrot. Why not have 4th line guys tomahawk chop the top 2? Why not? Ew. Drew, I don't like what you sent to the group chat. I don't like that. Do we have to talk about that in the VIP episode? I don't want to. There's a tease for you kids. Nurse puts it on. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period. It's crazy there's still another full period of hockey to play. And maybe more, but probably not. Okposo. And that, I think, goes into the Panthers bench, and we get a whistle. Bobrovsky with the glove save, and he's getting the Bronx cheer, and he gives it to a Panthers fan sitting by the bench. You know what? If you're that guy, I mean, you're having a terrible night. That makes it a little worth it, doesn't it? Bob with a smile on the bench. .2:30 to go in the second period. Derek Ryan. I mean, we talk about the Panthers resting their top guys. If you're the Oilers, stop playing McDavid. Stop playing Draisaitl. What are you doing? Hyman. Perry's out there right now. Let him take the bullets. McLeod's out there. Let him play. Panthers are playing a lot of their fourth line right now. Bodies flying all over the place. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second. Henrique for Janmark. Janmark loses the handle into the corner. Lusterinen chasing Broberg at the point. Brown on. Not able to get it past Stolarz. Lundell takes down his man. Panthers still can't escape their zone. Great shift here. Janmark. Okposo finally takes it off him, and here come the Panthers. Mikkola gets it deep. Lusterinen. Lundell. Tarasenko. That was a decent little pass in front. Lusterinen. Oh, he didn't know where the puck was. Bomb from Forsling. Swatted away by the Oilers. That was a 94.6 mile an hour slap shot as the Oilers ice the puck with 48.5 seconds to go in the second. Tonight. Producer Drew, can you look up what the score of Game 4 was for Montreal Tampa in 2021? I feel like the Habs won like by a lot. I can't remember. Or like it was convincing. Bouchard. It was 3-2? Never mind. Wait, what? Game 3 was 6-3 Tampa. Holy crap. Game 2, Colorado Tampa was 7-0. Close to the record. Oilers have outshot the Panthers in 7 of 9 periods in the Cup Final. Graphic on Sportsnet. Crazy. McDavid, face-off in his own end. Montour, on. Behind the Oilers' net, Barkov couldn't get to that rebound in time. Stopped by Skinner. 10 seconds to go in the second period here. Rodriguez. Stopped. 3, 2, 1. And we will now head to second intermission with the Edmonton Oilers holding a 5-goal lead in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final. And folks, I don't think there's going to be any champagne tonight. This series ain't over. The depth has come out to play. The big guys have come out to play. Stuart Skinner with a crazy save early on. Remember that? How key was that to this whole equation? The rumors of the Edmonton Oilers' death have been greatly exaggerated. JMB81. Is it bad to not want the Oilers to win the Cup as a Leafs fan so we can have the glory of bringing the Cup back and they have so many of our rejects? I got to be honest. When the Leafs get eliminated in the first round, especially this year, I mean, it's like this basically every year, but especially this year, I guess, with so many former Leafs doing well. Leafs get eliminated round 1, and then it's just like 6 weeks of turning the knife. Like, I know it's so fun. By the way, thank you for getting us over 1,000 likes. I know it's so fun for non-Leaf fans, but like, at this point, like, you can't write it. You can't write it. I wouldn't be shocked at all if we're talking in like 2030 And we're like, oh yeah, here's a crazy stat. Like 5 of the last Stanley Cup clinching goals are from former Leafs. Like it's one day it'd be nice to experience what it's like to win the cup. The Oilers are currently 14-1 to come back and win the series. Do I take it? No. They're 14-1 to do something that hasn't happened since 1942. You'd need to give me at least 20-1. At least. Raza, 5-goal third period incoming. Let's go Panthers. Well, the miracle on Manchester is what the Kings had. And that was against the Oilers, wasn't it? This would be the nightmare on whatever street Rexall Center's on. Nope. What's it called now? Rogers. Nope, not Rogers Center. Rogers Place. So there's the Rogers Center in Toronto. There's Rogers Place in Edmonton. There's Rogers Arena in Vancouver. And here it is. Hockey Night in Canada presented by Rogers. Canada is like 5 corporations in a suit. And STPN. Echoes of Marino. Imagine flying all the way from Florida yesterday just for this. So I'm willing to bet if you flew from Florida, you're here for 3 and 4. If you did fly just for this, oof, that's tough. That's real tough. Drew, you want a break before the third period? I could use a stretch. I'm going to answer this one more super chat, and then we'll get to the clip. Wazoo, it's the year 2050 in Toronto. Defeats Utah in 7. I'll take it. How old will I be in 2050? Ooh. I don't want to think of the answer. God, I hope they win before that. Jeez. The clip is us talking about where Marty Necas is going to end up. And Nikolai Ehlers. Because once the Stanley Cup is awarded, not looking like it's going to be tonight, we're going to be in a very, very newsy chunk of the season for the NHL.
Marty Necas, by the way, you did mention. Winnipeg Jets, Chicago Blackhawks, Montreal Canadiens, Calgary Flames, and Boston Bruins. See, told you Boston.
Go away.
Are among the teams. Well, Boston does what Vegas does. They're always in on the guy.
It's true.
Go get the guy.
It's true.
Boston, it's never, it's too hard, or how would we make that work? It's your freaking job. Go make it happen.
And they do it.
Winnipeg, Chicago, Montreal, Calgary, and Boston for Marty Necas.
You know what Boston never does? Hey, should we just run it back?
No.
Hey, should we just...
Oh, they don't have to ask that question because they always go deep. Well, last couple of years, maybe not so much.
I was listening to the Overdrive segment about Marner yesterday, and I'm like, I'm taking crazy pills. I can't believe they're...
Well, okay, but you're talking about Darren Dreger saying, well, he doesn't have to. And I think we know the connection there. And it's not like, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but we know the connection there. And we know that that's posturing by the Marner camp.
God bless Jeff O'Neill. God bless him.
Well, what did he say?
Like, well, they were like, what is all this about? We have to make changes. And then they're going to offer him a contract extension? What are you talking about? And Dreger's like, well, then would you let him play the year and walk for nothing? And Jeff, without missing a beat, goes, yes.
Yeah.
And he's right.
So
he's right.
So where do you think Marty Necas makes the most sense? Like, I'm interested to see the Chicago Blackhawks in on this because they should be in the business of acquiring good young players, especially wingers who can score around Connor Bedard. Where do you like them the best?
Boston is a pretty good fit because even though they play really solid hockey together, there's definitely room to grow on paper. He'd fit a really good window for them because, like, he's not a rookie. He's not a sophomore either, but he's also not old. Like, he would help them get better now and for the future. I think a lot of players should be in on this guy. Like, you know, the Zacha Coyle thing sort of got old for the Bruins a little bit, and adding Natchez to that really, really adds some punch to the lineup. So yeah, I like that for Boston, which is why I hope it doesn't happen.
Okay. All right. Jesse, what do you think?
I like the Montreal Canadiens as a landing spot. I'm waiting for them to keep doing these kind of deals and take on scoring talent so they can get better a little quicker. And I feel like 25-year-old player who wants to play on the power play a whole bunch, and there's ice time available in Montreal. They need more goal scoring. They need more talent. I think there's a deal to be made, especially with their salary cap situation where they're not up against it. They can give this RFA a decent deal, and maybe it's shorter term, so you see how he plays out, and with the extra ice time that he'll get in Montreal. And I think it'd be a good fit.
Like, you're right. And like, I'm talking about Boston. You're talking about Montreal. These are not the same team at all. Isn't this player just good?
Yeah.
And aren't the Hurricanes just good? Why aren't they keeping this player?
I think
He doesn't want to be there.
Why?
He doesn't like his role on the team.
That's, I mean, kind of nuts.
And that's why I mentioned the
Is that
power play
nuts?
stuff, because he wants more. He wants more time on the. He wants more ability, put more areas to score goals, to put up points. You know, he's not happy with how he's being deployed.
I don't hate that. I like that in a player. I want
Sure.
a guy who's like, yo, screw this, I'm better.
This is, I mean, one of the great things about pro sports is whenever these discussions come up, we're like, oh, what about reasonable thing? And we're not talking about reasonable people. We're talking about the most competitive 1% of human beings on the planet.
Yeah, and you know what? Wherever he goes, especially teams like the Blackhawks and the Montreal Canadiens, if he ends up in those, he'll get his power play time. We'll know.
Yeah, but like, if he's as competitive as he's being sold as, like, isn't it going to kill you to lose friggin' 50 games?
Well,
next year?
I think if you look at what happened in Carolina, like 2 years ago or 2 seasons ago now, 22, 23, 71 points last year, 53. So a bit of a drop, bit of a change in usage, bit of a deeper lineup. And at a certain point, you're like, listen, I'm the guy. And if you don't believe I'm the guy, I'm going to go somewhere else and show you that I'm the guy.
I want to make some money.
Yeah. Forget about the winning and losing. You'll figure that out when you get there, because if you're the guy, you believe you'll win, they'll start winning because you're there.
He doesn't go there and be like, this team sucks and we're going to lose. I think he thinks that they're going to win.
Yeah.
I think this is the summer players start going, you know what? I'm going to hitch my wagon to this Connor Bedard. You know?
Yeah.
And other than guys like Nick Foligno, who are like openly talking about how he's going to retire soon on the bench. You know, you got to get some guys to play with this kid going forward.
Nikolai Ehlers' name has come up in trade talks. The Winnipeg Jets. He has had some injuries the last few years, but this year played a full 82. Was drafted one spot after William Nylander, and is a 61-point player who, frankly, if you were paying attention to the Jets, things didn't go well with him and Rick Bowness. And
Or Paul Maurice.
Or Paul Maurice. And Paul Maurice a little better, I think.
Yeah.
For $6 million for 1 year, you know, this is a guy that puts up a lot of points. This is a good player that can slot in on a lot of teams second. And if you're a really good team, it's a second line. If you're a good team, he's probably a first liner. You don't like him?
Me?
Are you saying you don't like him?
No, I'm saying I like him. The reason I
like him.
Dismissive is
his ice time, by the way, under Bowness went from 18 minutes a night under Paul Maurice to 15:38 and 15:52. That's why.
Like, Nikolai Ehlers being in trade rumors is as close to a free space on the bingo card as you can get for like a non-leaf. Like, it's every year, it's play him more. No, I won't. K will trade him. Then they didn't. Puts up points. Never plays. Like, this is very much Winnipeg's MO. Is guys are in rumors forever, then nothing happens usually.
Unless their tracksuit gets thrown in the shower.
Yes, then you're traded immediately. But then it's like Hellebuck, not as much, but like Scheifele.
Yep.
Wheeler, Laine. I remember doing a segment where I was like, shut up and make a decision about this player. Not for him, not for you, for your fans. Like, you need a reason to get excited about your team. I want to know if I can buy this player's jersey. Is there a point? And at every moment of every year, it's like, we don't know if he's staying or going. And I feel like it's been like that for Nikolai Ehlers for like all of post-COVID has
Yeah.
been like, I think this predates it.
Mhm.
Honestly, it's just there's a brain fog there, and I have no idea if it predates it. I'm pretty sure it did, but I can't remember because of the 2020 syndrome or whatever you call it. But like, I just every year with Nikolai Ehlers, it's one of those. Yeah, it'd be interesting, but I'll believe it when I see it.
I think
we
the
talk
Winnipeg-
about this every year.
The Winnipeg Jets are due for a move with Ehlers, just for the change for the sake of change situation, because they've been running the core with Hellebuck, Ehlers, Scheifele, and if you want to throw in Morrissey and Blake Wheeler and all those years.
Isn't this familiar as hell?
Yeah, and they moved off of Wheeler eventually, and
He walked.
he left, and they parted ways, and then you have your new captain now in Lowry, and you know you're moving off of what you had, and you've picked the guys you want to stick with. You've given Scheifele a long-term deal. You've given Hellebuck the long-term deal. Connor's going to be there forever. You know, you're going to keep him around, and I feel like Ehlers is just kind of the last piece that you probably don't want to get married to, and you want to just divorce it now and move it out of the way. You know, I feel
irony-
like that's the parting of ways, and then they can move forward because it's stale. It's a little stale, that relationship.
The irony is like a Line Ehlers swap could make some sense. I just don't know if he wants to go back to Winnipeg.
That doesn't make sense at all.
No, but like just in terms of like role and money.
If his name wasn't Patrick Laine and he didn't play there before, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because it's him.
Yeah.
no.
I just feel like Ehlers and Winnipeg's a little stale at this point, especially with how they lost in that
Yeah.
first round.
Yeah.
You guys remember that series?
Yeah.
Not pretty.
Well,
Not good.
Same with Toronto. There needs to be some sort of consequence for losing. And when you lose that way with a bunch of guys who have been here forever, this is new guys.
I was gonna say I would like Ehlers in Toronto.
Yeah.
I would like a guy like that.
Ehlers is a good player.
soft on the left. Yeah. I mean, let me bring this team up again. Really strong offensive player, underappreciated in the market he's in. Nikolai Ehlers, welcome to Carolina. You sound like a hurricane already.
Everybody's going to Carolina now.
He sounds like a hurricane though. Like I'm not using them as my cop-out team. It's all the players we're
But
talking
he's not
about.
Finnish. He's Danish.
I know.
So
But like they're close.
they are close. They used to be one.
You know hockey guys.
Yeah.
If you squint, it's the same country. You know, it's the same place. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Guys, I think there might be a game 5. The Edmonton Oilers are up 6-1 after 2 periods on the Edmonton Oilers. Bobrovsky chased after 5 goals against. After, how many of us thought he was going to hoist the Conn Smythe trophy tonight? He got lit up like a Christmas tree. You might have noticed I switched it up a bit. I'm cold. The basement is cold. I got a steaming tea right here, lemon ginger. And it's my World Junior. No, it's not. My World Cup of Hockey jersey. Team Canada. Because they were sold out of Team Sum of Europe jerseys. Just, oh man, everyone loved Team Sum of Europe. It's a crime that team was in the World Cup final and Team North America was not. That would have been cool. Noah Berger. I know a bunch of reporters that got stuck in Florida because of the weather for Game 3. Flew up just for 4, all making at least 1 stop, one making 2 stops. That sucks. That sucks quite a bit. Dave Glatz. Are the players going to be allowed to bring weapons on the ice like gladiator style? I hope so, LOL. See, you're joking, but yeah. You ever been hit with a hockey stick? It's a weapon. This episode, or this stream, is brought to you by me, my book. There it is, Hockey Rants and Raves. It comes out October 15th. But you can pre-order it now. I've been talking to some people. They're fancy people about writing blurbs for the back of the book.
You know how when you pick up a book on the back, they get people to be like, this person's great. You should buy their book. They're pretty great. I'm working on that now. I'm going to make a few tweaks here and there, but the book's basically done. And it's coming out October 15th. It's going to go to print, I think, within the month. You can pre-order it. You can pre-order it at Amazon, Indigo. I believe if you click the link in the description and possibly in the chat, it'll give you the option to buy local. Yep, there it is in the chat. A lot of people ask me, Steve, where should I buy it from that gives you the most money? I don't know the answer to that, and I also don't care. The book is for you. I wrote it. I'm selling it. And like, I want to make money off of it. Like, I'm not going to pretend to be above it. I want to make money off the thing, but like, I'm not trying to rinse you. I'm not trying to get every possible dollar out of you. Ooh, someone in the chat got it right. Someone in the chat found out one of the people who's writing a blurb. I'm not going to say who. Yeah, producer Drew is one of them. Yo, do you want to write one? I think that'd be funny. Be funny if you wrote like an anti-blurb. This Leaf fan knows nothing about hockey. Like, you know what? I got an angry DM from someone who does security. Oh, is my mic back? A, B, C, D. Yeah. I got an angry DM from someone who does security for an NHL player. I should just quote them like that. I should just put that blurb on the back of my book. Uncensored as well. Shot from Mikkola. Florida, a flurry to start the third period. And wow, Edmonton's already taken a penalty. What is it? 36 seconds into the third period, the Panthers go to the power play. And folks, I am not going to say it, but you never know. Janmark going to the box. Noah Berger, also as a Panthers fan, this game never happened. K, thanks, love you, bye. Fair enough. Dave Glatz, yes, I have, Steve. I played hockey for many years, and this is kind of a soft game so far, especially with the score. Yeah, just you wait, though. Mike Schmidt, regarding the VIP episode, what would a Steve Dangle app entail? Ooh, good question. And Matthew Tkachuk! Oh, how did he miss that one? What Steve Dangle app entail? Verhaeghe! Shot stopped by Skinner, and he covers it up. Still less than a minute into the third period. I think a Steve Dangle app would be so much more boring. Like, because it wouldn't be about hockey. It's not a hockey app. It's a Steve Dangle app. It would be like stretches and ways to fix your back. But yeah. Like producer Drew goes, throat sore, try coconut oil. Try lemon ginger tea. Like Barkov. Is it for Reinhart, who hasn't had a great game? Verhaeghe to Tkachuk. Oh, in front deflection. Oilers almost scored on their own net there. Skinner stopped at 1:22 to go in this power play for the Panthers. Drew saying you could have an app called Fat Guy Corner and it's just food tips. That's actually a really good idea. Echoes of Marino. If the Panthers had a leaf on their jersey, would you be convinced they'd blow being up 3-0? Yeah. Like you wouldn't be? After they lost to Montreal, no dread, no fear was unreasonable. Connor Brown attacking. Oh, he went 5-0 on Stolarz, but Stolarz stopped him. Cheeky. Panthers trying to open up the ice. They just end up dumping it. Where's the puck? In the Panther zone. Panthers taking their time with it. Stretch the ice for Rodriguez. Good passing play from the Panthers. Tarasenko. Oh, what a stop from Skinner. How isn't that in the back of the net right now? 35 seconds ago in this Panther play. Ooh, chipped. Rodriguez. Panthers. Under 30 seconds ago in this power play now. Rodriguez. Back and forth. That just goes over a bunch of sticks. Lindell with it. Second unit doing some decent work here for Florida. Bennett with it behind the net. Bennett! Stopped by Skinner. Skinner's had a real solid night. It might get lost in the fact that the Oilers have 6 goals here, but like Oilers were up 2-0 early and he prevented it from being a 2-2 game with the best save he's ever made. The most consequential save he's ever made. Oilers shovel it back into the Panthers zone. No ice. I'd like to welcome the 174 new VIPs to the SDPN YouTube channel. If you want to become an SDP VIP, bottom right of the chat, there's a little dollar bill. You can get yourself a channel membership or you can gift them to others. If you don't see the option to gift, I think it's because you're on an iPhone. Try it from your desktop. If you do have the option on mobile, congrats on your Android. Mikkola. Skinner with it behind the net. Tarasenko comes up with it. Lindell to Mikkola. Wham! From Kulikov. Stop from Skinner. Rebound. Fleury in front. Into the corner. 4 minutes gone in the period here. Luostarinen into the corner. He gets it now behind the net. Stripped. Oh! Big hit there on Derek Ryan. Luostarinen! Stopped by Skinner, who covers it up. Luostarinen drove the net and was just immediately mobbed by the Oilers. I'm going to quickly leave the room and come back. Live. There we go. And I fixed the lighting. All right. Press is inverted. Tom Cooper is now an SCP VIP. How's the sound? I'm good. I don't know what that was. Matthew Tkachuk takes a healthy run at Brett Kulak. Connor Brown chasing the puck down. Ekman Larsson swats it into the corner. Those two collide in a big way. They've been going at it. Brown gave Ekman Larsson a decent shot after Ekman Larsson slashed him real nasty in the second period late. I don't think I'd play Draisaitl or McDavid, like at all. Like, oh, shift here or there. No. Why? For what? So the Panthers can, like... Oh, there's McDavid. How aren't you hitting him? Hyman takes down his man. Barkov drives it wide. Bouchard going at Barkov a little bit. Ekblad puts it on. Hit wide. Little over 6 or a little under 6 minutes gone, rather, in the third period. 14 minutes to go. 6-1 for the Oilers. This is not how I thought this game was going to go. And I think the list of people who did think that is pretty small. Fourth line for the Oilers, the Panthers out again. Going to see the fourth line for both these guys a lot, I think. Stenlund lined up Holloway there. Didn't get much of a hit. Stolarz gloves it, and that'll be a face-off in the Panthers zone. And the scrums after the whistle are increasing. Drew asking a good question. Didn't the Leafs slap the Panthers when they were down 3-0? So the Leafs beat the Panthers when they were down 3-0, but I believe it was a 2-1 win. Marner had an assist on the first goal, and he scored the second goal. It's his best elimination game maybe ever. Definitely since 2019. I believe he scored in Game 6 against the Bruins in 2019 to force Game 7. Him and Nylander, and just it hasn't gone well since. Oh, Drew asking a great question. Do you have any Florida Panthers on the wall behind you? No. Not in a Panthers uniform. I have an Aaron Ekblad. No, I just haven't met a lot of Panthers. And I guess that's not true. I've met a bunch of people who have played on the Panthers, but the Panthers have. Yeah. So okay. So Drew's like, well, you met Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah. Look, there he is right there, but he's in a Flames uniform, right? Like, let me look at the wall. They've had so much turnover. Gritty, he didn't. I got McDavid right there. Do I have Luongo? I've never met Luongo. That's why I don't have him. Never met Paul Murray. Actually, you know what? I'm really sad I don't have this anymore. For years during street hockey, I used a Paul Maurice practice stick. They sold it at the Leafs equipment sale back when it was affordable, and I bought it for like $50 or something like that. And he had a real nice flat curve because, I mean, it's, he's the coach. He's just using it at practice, so he's just passing. And I used Paul Maurice's stick for a long time. I have Aaron Ekblad somewhere else. I have a photo. I could bring it up. I could bring it up and show what I look like next to a 15-year-old Aaron Ekblad. He's still huge. Panthers in the Oilers end. Lawrence wraps it around Montour. Wham! From Mikkola. Goes around. And we got a whistle here. 13:09 to go in the third period. There's a man down in front of the Oilers' net. It's a Panther. Is this Nurse going off for cross-checking? I think he hit Lawrence, and this will be a power play for the Panthers. Yeah, I mean, it's a penalty. Nurse complained about it like before Lawrence even hit the ground. Pessedin, Tampa won 6-3 in the first round. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Panthers were up 3-0 on Tampa, and then Tampa slapped them a little bit. They almost blew it. Lightning almost blew it, but then they, put their pants on and friggin' ended up winning the game handily. So they won that one 6-3. Wonder if that's what happens here. Noah Berger, James Reimer was a Panther. That's true. Well, I mean, geez, if we're going to do Leafs, I got Brian McCabe. I got Gary Roberts. Panthers can't hold the zone. Was Tucker a Panther? He was a Lightning. I have a ton of Oilers. The McFarlane Toys guys made a ton of Oilers. And I believe, Brown, Stop by Stolers. If I'm not mistaken, Todd McFarlane, the guy who owns the McFarlane figures, I want to say he's an Oilers fan. I might be. Oh, Drew asking a great question. How many teams don't I have? I got to look. 36 seconds ago in this Panthers power play. Wazoo gifted an SDPN membership. Membership, let's go. You know what I did during intermission? Stupid mistake. I should know better. I had popcorn. No, it's not all stuck in my teeth, Drew. It's stuck in my throat. If it was stuck in my teeth, it wouldn't be a problem. It's Mike Schmidt, what's Cassie's total gifted sub count? No reason, just curious. Well, for today, it's 67, I believe. Overall, like what do we like 1,000? Like 2-on-1 partial for the Oilers. Brown again. Can't quite get it to Henrique. Henrique overskated it a little. No shots on that power play for the Panthers. And another penalty's coming up. Is this a trip against the Oilers? Or is Ekblad going to the box? No, Ekblad's going to the box. What do you do? Dog, welcome to SDP VIP ad-free. Connor Brown has had a magnificent game in a depth role. Oh, is this too many men? What happened here? Oh, Ekblad slashed the stick out of Janmark's hands. Cassie's at over 1,100 since the playoffs started. That's psychotic. Holy shit. What would we do without the Cassie clan? Oilers' top power play unit is out there. I'm surprised, not because of the respect thing. It's the Stanley Cup Final. Who gives a damn about everyone's feelings? I just don't want to see those guys get hurt. Yeah, Drew saying, like, you want to take the confidence right out of the Panthers. You want to demoralize those guys. You want to give them something to think about. That's going to be a long plane ride. You can't think about winning the cup if you're Florida. You think about winning the game. And I feel like they did such a good job of that in the first 3 games. Like you heard me gush about them on this Steve Dangle podcast. Like they've been perfect. They've been like telekinetic. You could argue, that Stop by Anthony Stolarz. You could argue the Oilers have been the best team in 2 of these 3 games. I don't think so. There's 92% Oilers on the deserve to win meter. See, you already lost me. No, like the argument is there. It's there. But like if you're a team that can't make mistakes because they all end up in your net, which is what the Oilers are for swaths of the season, then like how much can you say, we'll get them next time? There is a crazy stat I want to bring up, but right now the play is going on. 30 seconds to go in this Oilers power play. They hold the line there. McLeod. Fogle gets it to Perry behind the net. To the point. Nurse. Ekholm. Across the ice. Can't find his target. Oilers keep the puck, though. Nurse. McLeod. Perry. McLeod. Oh, can't quite get the pass to Ekholm, but he gets the shot off. Stopped by Stolarz. And now here come the Panthers. Ekblad out of the box. Sets a pick. Here he is. Bennett. Stopped by Skinner. Luostarinen. Wide of the net. Here comes Verhaeghe. Montour. Behind the net. No one's there except for Ekholm. Montour comes up with it though. Wham! One-timer. Rebound. Skinner again. Bennett. Nothing doing. His stick is broken by Perry, and I think Perry's about to go to the box. 8:08 to go in the third period. Skinner again. Unreal. Joseph Bertone Real Estate gifted one STPN membership. Oh my God, what a save from Skinner. He did it again. He did it again. To me, it's not as good as the first one. That's why I'm underselling it right now. The shot wasn't as well placed, but like, it's a crazy save. This is the best playoff game of Stuart Skinner's career. Like in terms of the saves he's had to make and the stakes of this game. Unbelievable. Joseph Bertone Real Estate, thank you for gifting that one SDPN membership. If you want to advertise by gifting memberships, I support it. Ty Smith, what's Florida thinking? Now we get to win at home in the real NHL. Okay, so here's a question. We're talking about Sheldon Keefe quoting an NHL coach who said, "Oh, now you get to coach in the real NHL now that he's no longer in Toronto and he's in New Jersey." Is Toronto the only team in the real NHL? Or rather, is Toronto the only team not in the real NHL? Because when the Oilers lost Game 3 and you saw Connor McDavid absolutely surrounded by reporters, I couldn't help but be like, seems like he has to deal with the same stuff because he plays in Edmonton and also he's Connor McDavid. The Leafs can't win because of the media. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic either way you cut it. It's pathetic if you think that because hockey is so far down the rung of relevance in North America. Like, if media pressure is what kills you, how does any NFL, NBA, MLB player get out of bed in the morning? And if it is true, then, I mean, the players suck. Like, what do you want? Couple chances there. Stuart Skinner stops them both 10 seconds into this power play here. The Panthers are 0 for 3 tonight on 7 shots. If they were 3 for 3, they would still be losing by 2. The Oilers are up 6-1. Barkov. Ooh, slick zone entry. Verhaeghe shot. Again, stopped by Skinner. Gosh, he's been great. Panthers have had chances, man. Barkov. Tkachuk. Tkachuk in front for Verhaeghe. Off the side of the net. Barkov shovels it to the point. Panthers hold the line. Reinhart. Verhaeghe, Reinhart. Barkov. Tkachuk. To the point to Montour. Oh! Montour with it. Apparently, I missed the super chat from Dave Glatz. Brown, there he is again. There he is again. Killing this penalty by himself. Connor Brown's had an incredible game. Good for him. He's laughing at Matthew Tkachuk. Dude, he's had an incredible game. Here comes Bennett. Tarasenko. Ekman Larson. Shot from Lindell. Doesn't get through. These fans are as loud as they were at the beginning of the game. We have 6:15 to go in the third. Ekman Larson chasing after it. Dave Glatt says Florida Panthers are Lisa Simpson saying hack the bone all the rest of the game. Hasn't quite been like that yet. Whoa! Never mind. Tarasenko just drilled, I think that was Broberg, into the boards. I couldn't tell who it was because Tarasenko was literally on top of him. Perry. Oh, what a play! Holy crap! What a goal! Dylan Holloway buries the tic-tac-toe play from the Edmonton Oilers, and it's 7-1 Edmonton. Very not Deadmonton. Less than 6 minutes to go in the third. Was it offside? It might not be. It might not be. We need a camera down the line. If you're Paul Maurice, do you challenge it? The net's almost off its mornings. McDavid just broke the record for most assists in a playoffs. It counts. There's no challenge. Connor McDavid just broke a Wayne Gretzky record in Edmonton. 32nd assist of these playoffs. And Corey Perry with his second. McDavid with his 6th goal of the playoffs in this game. 36 assists. Or 32 assists. Holy crap. Lawrence puts it on. Hyman on the ice. Draisaitl was just on the ice. I'm sorry. If you play any one of those guys for the rest of the game, go to jail. Do not give the Panthers a chance to play any of your top guys right now. Perry is on the ice. Good. Ryan is on the ice. Good. Bouchard is on the ice. Nope. Dumb. What are you doing? Don't play any of those dudes for the rest of the game. There's Ekholm. Don't want to see him. Oh! Ekholm just tried to murder Luostarinen. He's still going at it with him. What happened there? Oh. I was looking at myself on the screen. I'm like, why am I slowly changing color? Something happened with one of my ring lights. It slowly went yellow. That was weird. I didn't touch it. It's not even within arm's reach. Weird. Montour dumps it in. These fans are as loud as they were after the anthems. They've all been there 2.5 hours. Bennett. Because it's a Kachuk. Yeah, producer Drew goes, is there any question? You know what? Never mind. 2-on-1. Fogle passes it. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. A clap bomb from Ryan McLeod, and it is 8-1 for the Edmonton Oilers. Are they outscoring the Panthers on the series? They're up 7. They might be. They only won by 1 in game 3. Raza says, rough game for the Panthers. Bring it back. Win at home. How to hardscape. 2013, I was in the lower bowl at a Leaf game and got kicked out in the third for being too noisy. I will never be a Leafs fan, but can be an SDPN fan. Yeah, the Leafs make it real hard to cheer for him. It's 12 goals each. What a stat from producer Drew there. The Oilers are they're down 3-1 in this series. But they're kicking Edmonton's ass so bad tonight that they have tied the goal scoring match. Wow. Statement game, says Rennet Mon. The statement is, we will not go quietly. In fact, it's not we will not go quietly. It's we will not go. You do not win a Stanley Cup Final game 8-1 and not think you can win the whole damn thing. Dave Glatt says murder is legal now in this game. You know, like the Panthers are hurting too. And a lot of their toughest nuts are guys who they need to win. Guys who they can't risk getting hurt themselves. Like, here's the thing. Florida Panthers go around punching guys. Like, Oilers can punch back. Like, the Panthers are a brutally violent hockey team. You can't screw around with the Oilers. I don't get the impression you get to the Stanley Cup Final by being soft. Not that I would know. People are tweeting that ESPN hasn't mentioned the McDavid record because they don't know. They haven't mentioned it the whole game. You got to have that. It's Gretzky. For a lot of players, like, or not a lot of players, like a lot of casual fans or like people who aren't even fans of hockey, Gretzky's like the only player they know. 2 minutes to go in this game. Fans are hype in the building, out of the building. Okposo to the box for elbowing. Jake Neal, I wonder if the Panthers come back super mad next game and just destroy the Oilers. Who knows, man? Who knows? Echoes of Marino, gutted. Steve, please make me feel better. Yeah, your team's up 3-1 in the Stanley Cup Final. Are you joking me? You're asking a Leaf fan to feel bad for you right now? John Acosta, the Cats are really pulling a 2021 Tampa Bay Lightning, huh? That's the best case scenario. Jesse's Pizza Box. I hope whenever Drew does any video of yours for the next year, he always remembers Steve told him not to cash out on the sweep. I'm sorry. Drew's the dude with the betting show. The whole crowd is singing Shania Twain. Well, uh-oh. Yeah, these guys are just hacking and slashing at each other right now. Drew's like, at least the Band-Aid was ripped off. Like at 8-1, they had no chance. It's true. They didn't give you hope. Maybe when they made it 2-1. Oilers made it 3-1. I'm like, all right, they might win this one. 4-1, I'm like, uh-oh. 5-1 and Bobrovsky gets pulled. I'm like, all right, game's over. Do they tie the record? No, the record is 9-0 from the Penguins, I believe. Or is it 8-0? We need Cassie back. 25 seconds to go in the power play, under 90 seconds to go in the game. Here comes Connor Brown. I want him to get one. He's had such a fantastic game. Spoiler alert for the Cup Check video. I'm going to gush about Connor Brown. McDavid too. Are they saying we want the cup? I mean, why not, dude? Why not? You still had a chance to win the Stanley Cup when this game began. And when the final horn goes, your hopes will still be alive. It's not about the Leafs in 1942, the ghosts of hockey past. All you have is the team you have right here and right now. You have the Florida Panthers in your face right here and right now. What you have is one of the loudest, most passionate fan bases in the sport. You have one of the best goal scorers in the sport. Which one am I talking about? Great question. And you have the best player in the world in Connor McDavid. It might all be over after Game 5, but you've given yourself the chance to go to Game 5. The Oilers smack and kick the Panthers up and down the ice all night for a staggering 8-1 win in Game 4. They stay alive. No champagne tonight. Both teams get ready to board a long plane ride to sunrise. Seeds of doubt sown, and the weather is ripe to let them thrive. Trash Productions, as an Oilers fan, I had given up before tonight. And there you go. Hopes up here. Pesto, ESPN got a graphic already. I know because I'm watching. Okay, so maybe people are wrong? Patrick Batty, Ontario cheering for Alberta. I know you hate us, but we love you. Barky Bark. If Florida wins Game 5, this game is forgotten. Not by the people there. They had a pretty good time. Curly Fry. Oilers Steve tonight. See that Oilers jersey that I wore when I was Oilers fan, Steve, at the Sportsnet studios? It wasn't mine. And I didn't get to... I don't own an Oilers jersey. I own a bunch of jerseys, but not an Oilers one. Smedley SC. Does this game have the potential to tilt Florida going into Game 5? Or is this a write-off game? I'd be a little worried if I was Big Bob. So here's a crazy stat. So I will say this. The Florida Panthers, I don't think, are scared of very much. I don't think they're rattled by very much. So I don't worry about Florida's ability to bounce back. This stat from Hockey Night in Canada is bananas. So under Chris Knobloch, here is the Oilers' record after losing 3 straight games, because it's happened 3 times this season. They lost November 24th to December 12th. The record following that was 8-0 in their next 8 games. Is an 8-game winning streak. They lost from December 21st to January 7th. The Oilers followed that up with a 16-game winning streak. And they lost from February 26th to March 3rd. And they went on a 5-game winning streak. 8, 16, 5. All of that would be enough to win the damn cup. Uh-oh. John Acosta, Lloyd Christmas memes are going to be insufferable. So you're telling me there's a chance? Hawks, sir, they didn't just place seeds of doubt in Florida. They forcibly stuffed the seeds of doubt in Florida. From Pesto, Sean McDonough is the commentator for ESPN broadcast. People are making a bigger deal out of ESPN's broadcast. That being said, I miss Versus in NBC. You're the first person I've ever heard say they miss Versus. Genesis. That's no excuse. I'll give you an Oilers jersey. What do you live in, Ajax? Just unbelievable. Unbelievable night. And we ain't done yet. Look for the new Cup Check video coming tonight. Can you edit tonight? Tonight. I'm going to get to shooting that right now. And then it'll be up. And you can enjoy it. Wow. Wow. Can someone clip my little soliloquy at the end of the game there? I thought it was very good. Producer Drew says, "Can you sing La Bamba?" What is it? La Bamba. La Bamba. I don't know Spanish. I wish I did. My Nona used to watch Spanish programs. She didn't speak it, but she spoke Italian, and according to her, it was close enough. There's a conga line outside of Rogers Center. Nope, Rogers Place. Holy cow. 8-1. Curly Fry. So Hat Guy, LMFAO. Thanks for the stream, guys. Thank you for watching. Drew, you want to shoot cup check? I need a good night's sleep. Oh, man. Folks, no cup tonight. Steve, love you from Chloe. No, you. Mwah. Patrick Batty is now an SDP VIP. Lots of VIPs. Oh, baby. That is it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe. I burped. If you really liked it, tell all your friends. We go to game 5. It ain't done yet.